Now the big leg of Matt Prater ready to get this one started. And we are underway from downtown Minneapolis. And able to get this out to the 25.
We're going. Let's go.
Going to begin the drive here with Madison. And he'll hope that this is not a sign of what's in store as he has to fight just to get back to the line of scrimmage. Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. Now Cousins. That is caught by Josh Oliver, the former San Jose State Spartan. A gain there of 30 big ones.
We expected this defense to be tested by this passing game coming into this one, and there's an example on this first possession of the game.
So the big play moves him all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. Here's the first carry of the game for Cam Akers. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on 1st down.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Cards are going to take possession of the football as they force the turnover on the opening drive. So a nice play defensively by the rookie coming up with the INT.
And that's a late-round pick right there, making a first-round impact. And a lot of these day 3 corners, they end up winding up on special teams and sub-packages and even on the practice squad. But he's really made an impact on this defense, and he comes up with the interception there.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10. Murray now. The Vikings after him, and they get there for a sack. Well, that last sack puts Murray and the Cards in a tough spot, 3rd and long. First carry for James Conner. And strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49. On 1st and 10, here's Murray. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
The defender certainly didn't forget about him leaking out of the backfield. There was a guy ready and waiting to pick him up in coverage, and that throw had no shot.
Now Murray throwing on 2nd down. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. Now Murray off play action. And that is incomplete.
1st down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
Oh, a big decision here early. Look at this. They're going to go for it on their own side of the field. They're going to try and throw. That's into a crowd and intercepted. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line. So consecutive interceptions here early on in this one, and maybe setting the tone, Charles, for a game where the defense really takes center stage.
And don't you think that both offenses are really catching a bit from their coaching staff about avoiding these turnovers that we've seen early? I think both teams are trying to find an advantage. We know that. Can one of them break away and take control of this game?
He'll get 15 and a Vikings 1st down.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the 2nd level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers. And they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. Now a 2nd down throw for Cousins. Pressure comes and down he goes. Cousins with work to do after the sack as he brings his guys up on a 3rd and long. Looking to throw. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Buda Baker, the safety, he gets in from the secondary for the sack. So on 4th down, Ryan Wright on to punt for Minnesota. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game. Murray fighting, lost the football. Oh, and one of the linebackers has got it, and they will take over at the 29-yard line.
The start of this game has me doing flashbacks and remembering when I was playing and seeing a similar start and seeing the head coach actually take a timeout and gather the whole team around him.
Touchdown, Vikings! Justin Jefferson, 29 yards. And the Vikings use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Joseph connects on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. Now Greg Dortch going to bring it out of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. The product of first do no harm, and right now they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. They'll see about converting this 3rd and 8. They fake the handoff. Now Murray. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked off by Byron Murphy. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They've played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. 12 yards there, first down Vikings. We often give credit to the O-line there. 2 tight end formation. Those tight ends block pretty well also.
Yeah, that's one of the most dynamic positions in football now. The tight ends who can block at the line of scrimmage at the point of attack, and they can also get downfield and catch the football.
This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15. Here's a 2nd and 5. Now Cousins. Finding Hawkinson here on the out route. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here. Looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for 1st and goal. They'll go Madison up the middle. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Cousins. Dancing to his left. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Kirk Cousins. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Vikings lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game.
This is a great decision right here. Out of the pocket to his left, and he knows if he waits too long, the defense is going to be all over him. So he makes a decision to go and wins the race to the pylon.
Joseph connects on the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on 1st down. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Cardinal football here to start quarter number 2, as they've got it facing a 2nd and long situation. Here's Murray. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. The offense on 3rd down tonight, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and forever. Now Murray. Big strides, look at him go. And finally brought down at the 34-yard line. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. On the run is Connor. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. Now 2nd and 5. Play action. Now it's Murray. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Here's 3rd and 6. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's going to have a Cardinals 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Murray now on 1st down. On the move to his left. Oh, they've intercepted Murray for the 3rd time. Mekhi Blackman's got it. Down the sideline he goes. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Wow, this one, it is getting out of hand early. They add a pick 6 to the ledger now. 3-score lead still in the 1st half.
And all that celebrating that you see and hear from those defenders is not just because they scored a touchdown on a pick 6. It's because they're pitching a shutout in this one. Every defender's dream.
Joseph connects on the extra point, and that makes the score 21-0. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And this will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here, because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the 1st half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer, because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
Now a 3rd and 6. They'll stay on the ground with Connor again. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 44 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point. 3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. And now Murray's going to set up to throw. He's got his man on the crossing route. This is Higgins. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. On 1st and 10, it's Carter. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a 1st down, but still, you take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. To throw, it's Murray. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line. Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter.
Hey.
Murray a give. This is Connor. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. Once again, it's Connor. And he is in for 6. Touchdown, Cardinals. James Conner taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Cardinals are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. And they're going to get the 2-point conversion, caught in the end zone, and that cuts the lead a bit further. So they go with a pass there on the 2-point try and able to convert it, Charles.
And a good job by the offense figuring out their 2-point play and using it well. It's interesting how people are using the strategy nowadays, though, isn't it?
It really is, and I don't know how much that particular play factored in, but with the PAT moving back in 15-16, that kind of changed things, didn't it? There he goes, left side. Pass midfield. Still going. One man to beat. And he will score. Touchdown, Minnesota. I know a lot of special teams coaches, they just want to keep it away from him because that's what he can do.
And others have egos that their players can't keep up with. And they say, challenge him. Kick it to him. The way he runs as fast as he is, I wouldn't challenge him at all. I'd do everything possible to keep it away.
He is just a blur when he gets a full head of steam, and he got a full head of steam there. Joseph connects on the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to an even 20. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. He will return this from deep in the end zone.
For most people, the excitement of the kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shoulder in the ball carrier, and down he goes.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
All right, help me out here a little bit, partner, because what I'm seeing is a passing game that's just struggled to complete anything. No rhythm, no timing. Seems like every pass is also contested well, so give some credit to the defense.
And he'll get this one up to about his 14. Here's 3rd and 7. Play fake. Murray. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. First down, Murray. Open is Swaim, the tight end. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Now they got to get to the line quickly. On play action, it's Murray. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Second down, Murray sets to throw. Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just talking about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Throwing now is Murray. And this one incomplete. And another throw that really could have been, maybe should have been intercepted. That would have been number 4. Instead, it's 4th down. They're going for it. It's Murray. Into the hands of his tight end, Jeff Swaim. And now this is going to depend on the spot. And they say he's just short. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll start on the ground with Madison. And he'll get this up to about the 40. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Another carry now for Madison. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Here's 3rd and a few inches. Cousins now. That is caught. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. Here's Madison running on first down. And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here. The Vikings going to use their third and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Cousins now to throw on first down. Being chased out left. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple.
I do think it's fair to say that they were caught off guard a little bit when we decided not to throw it on first down. But give them credit. They recovered in time to deny him the first down yardage. But it's only second and short. So that run is still likely to lead to a new set of downs.
Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. It'll be the Cardinals who get the ball first. They trail here as we resume action in the third quarter. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble of bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. Well, they look up at the scoreboard facing that deficit. A 3-score game, Charles, but look, there's plenty of time to go here. The old football cliche that comes to my mind is you can't get it all back at once. They probably need something, though, out of this drive, at least 3 points.
Are you trying to say that there's no 3-score drive on that play sheet for any one of those coordinators? They just don't have it, right? You're trying to get it all back. You know you can't get it back in one drive, but maybe cut into it a little bit as you just suggested. Try and create a little bit of momentum, a little bit of a spark, and then maybe that'll carry over.
Murray now on first down, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. To throw is Murray. The short one there, caught by Swain. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. They'll try and run for it with Connor. And great blocking downfield as he's got this almost to the 35-yard line. Right back to Connor here on first. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35. From the 35, here's second and 9. Murray now. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 25-yard line. Now Murray off play action. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
At this point in the game, in the situation they're in, partner, these incompletions that we're seeing, they need to turn into positive snaps, and soon.
Murray now to throw. A short one there, caught by Swain. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with third and 1. And quickly, they get to the line. On third down, it's Connor. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Connor is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Some good running there at the end of the drive. He had the burst that set up the first and goal, and then one play later, he's in the end zone.
Brandon, what I liked about that sequence is I'm not sure who made the play call, but they understood the situation, understood the momentum. A nice hard-charging run, give it right back to him, and let him cap things off.
Now Matt Prater for the point after. And that will cut this lead down to 13. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. That to the sideline, and it's intercepted. And the Cardinals are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their own 37. They'll start the drive with a give to Connor. And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47. On 1st and 10 is Connor. Oh, that one well designed as he'll take this down to the 30-yard line. And the offense moving quickly to the line. Again, a run with Connor. And some room to run now. And a hard-working run here as he's got it inside the 20, down to the 17. 153 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 1 now from the 7. They run behind center with Connor. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll run here with Connor. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. 2nd and goal from the 1. They'll try to run it. This is Connor. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. James Conner able to take this in from a yard out. And the Cardinals are back within a score. Prater for the extra point. And the lead will shrink to 6. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Still enjoying the lead here in the 3rd quarter despite their defense giving up that last touchdown. Now they'll see if they can get the equalizer here on this drive. Zaven Collins there to make the play defensively. From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. Running from the shotgun with Madison. And not much doing there. Maybe a yard up to the 23.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Here now a 3rd down and 8. Now a whistle and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Cousins on 1st down. Eluding the pressure right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. B.J. Ojulari able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Now a give to Madison. And they'll hold him to 3 there as he takes this up to the 47. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
On third down, here's a run by Akers. And he's going to come up a few yards short. Brought down at the 45. Cousins in the offense is going to stay out there. They're going to try on fourth down. Here's Cousins. That's to his running back, complete. And he is going to pick up the Vikings first down. It's a gain of 7 on 4th and 4. They'll run a draw now with Akers. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So a 5-yard run the other way in the wrong direction, and that leads us to 2nd and 15. They'll go Madison up the middle. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. The Vikings on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. To throw, Cousins. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Kaiser White, the former safety, gets the sack.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead, and thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And you sense the tide turning. They scored, then their defense forced the punt, and now a chance to ultimately take the lead here late. And this is going to be a Cardinals first down as he's able to take this up to the 30-yard line. They stay on the ground. Here's Connor again. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. They're going to hurry back to the line now. Murray again. This is Connor. And this defense able to plug him up there as he'll get a yard to the 35. Here is 3rd and 5. Here's Murray. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. Well, that puts a little bit of a wrinkle in their comeback bid.
Yeah, everything had turned around for them, hadn't it? I mean, things were now going their way. But you did mention it's a wrinkle in their comeback bid. It's not the death knell for them by any stretch, but now they've got some extra work to do in order to climb all the way back.
On the handoff, it's Madison. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their 2nd. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. To throw is Cousins. Flushed out right. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the first down, and don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
On 3rd down, they run with Madison. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. The Cardinals forced to burn their 3rd and final timeout. So that will leave them with no timeouts left. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how that affects things here in this 4th quarter. A little extra pressure with this one for Greg Joseph. This to make it a 2-score game. Joseph's got it. And that will make this a 9-point lead. So that CD, an important one here in the 4th quarter.
And that importance cannot be overstated. All eyes on both sidelines were staring that one down all the way. The significance is that they made it a two-score game. Still lots of time left to go, but likely that was their goal at the start of the drive. Get 3 points, make it a two-score game, and they were able to get it done.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. A tougher task for them now. That turnover on their last possession led to the field goal, meaning that they have to now try to erase a two-score deficit here in the fourth. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
And oh my goodness, here's a fifth interception. Picked by Cameron Bynum, and he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. Well, down 2 scores in the fourth quarter. It maybe wasn't quite desperation time, but it was getting close. And that interception there on the deep ball, that probably slams the door on their chances.
And maybe that was the thought process, that it wasn't quite desperation time. So now you take the shot before they're going to lay back any farther on defense. Go ahead and throw it downfield. Unfortunately, it didn't work.
And they're going to speed things up here. Back to the ground on first down. Here's Madison. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. Oh, and this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away. Give him 3 yards, and now they're left needing a conversion here on 3rd and 6. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Two minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They got to get it to the 21 here on 3rd down. Now Cousins. Pass taken in by his big tight end. Touchdown! T.J. Hockenson, 27 yards. And the Vikings have extended their lead to 15 now here in the fourth. What a huge touchdown that was, obviously, here in the late stages of the fourth quarter as they try to put this one away.
And, Brandon, when they watch the film after this week, they'll be very proud of every rep if they close this game out. Just a few snaps remaining. They can't relax just yet.
It's a run with Akers. And he will get into the end zone to bump the lead up to 3 scores. Only had a couple of yards to gain there on the 2-point conversion, and they were able to do it.
And how many teams shy away from running the football in a 2-point conversion? They treat 2 yards as if it were 20. If you're a good team running the ball, go to your strength. Go ahead and push it into the end zone.
Yeah, they did. It worked. Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things. And, my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. This this defense just continuing to do their thing, and now they add on to that lead with another pick six.
And how about the way they've played this entire game? Not only they put their stamp on it, but every time they try and mount an offensive challenge, they find a way to thwart it. And multiple pick sixes, oh yeah, they'll enjoy watching this tape after the game.
Joseph connects on the extra point, and the lead is now 24. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Play action. Now it's Murray. And that's going to be incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
Second and 10. They'll fake it to Connor. Now Murray. Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Murray to air it out again. And that will be incomplete.
This has been a rough one to put it mildly for him, and after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
Now Murray's got to have this one. And it's knocked away and incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Vikings defense is going to get the football back.
Hey, bring up 48.
Cousins is going to take this one down to a knee and end it.
Listen, anytime you take a knee to end a game, that means you've won it. So it doesn't matter whether it's home or on the road, but there's something a little extra special about doing it in front of your home crowd, isn't there?
And the home crowd applauding. They're happy with what they've seen. Chalk this one up in the left-hand column for a win.
Yeah, that's right. Head to the locker room, throw the wristbands in the crowd for the kids, your gloves, your towels. Get to share it with the home team.
So the final seconds have ticked away in this Minnesota victory. And I tell you what, I can't remember a defensive performance as good as this one. They seemingly forced turnover after turnover after turnover every time you turned around.
Yeah, you just keep going with it, can't you? After turnover. As this game unfolded, they were doing all the dictating, right? They nailed the offense exactly how